Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a short video on the Object 268 version 5. This is the second vehicle in the current hammer activity, and there's about 4 hours to go for the bidding. Currently the competitive bid is 230,000 free EXP. Anyway, I'll have a quick look at the stats just to give you an idea if it's worth bidding for, and a bit of gameplay to show you how some good gameplay looks in it. Alright, so firstly we've got the crew up to 4 point something skill, so that certainly has an effect. We're running food and they've got BIA apart from their other specialist skills, and we're also running gun rammer, ventilation and turbo, and I'll explain some of the reasons for that without delving too deep. So a few important facts. Standout information, it's got a fully rotating turret, so compared to the T110E4, which turret can only rotate 90 degrees on either side, it's definitely better than that. It has a higher top speed, particularly with turbo, but also in particular the camo rating. Camo rating on the move of the V5 is better than the stationary camo, the E4, so just to give you an idea, that's one of the strengths. The hull itself is based on the T10, which is a Tier 9 heavy tank. So, but if you know the T10, it's pretty pennable. The armor is not what you want to be relying on. In particular, this is big weak spot on top with the cupola. And you've only got 5 degrees of gun depression, so you're not going to be ridgeline sniping in this tank. But let's have a look at some of the other characteristics. So 750 average damage, standard pen 303. Which is pretty good, particularly if you're in Tier 8 to Tier 10 games. You won't need to use your premium ammunition. But the premium ammunition standard pen is 395 and it's heat, so no drop off over distance. That is pretty awesome. So that's right up there alongside the V4. But the shell velocity is really low, 760. Even on the standard round, the shell velocity is about 800, so nothing special there. In fact, you've got to be really lucky. Other concerns, well, rate of fire, and this is with the crew and all the other skills, as you can see, 15.25 seconds. Can get it down just into the 14s, but you need to be running bond equipment for that. Gun depression we talked about is 5 degrees. Elevation also not that special, 15. Aiming time 2.64, and again this is with crew skills involved. So this is probably the big bugbear. Even though the turret and on the move the bloom's not so bad, but you'll spend a fair bit of time aiming to make sure your shots go where you want, and with the slow shell velocity you can miss a lot of shots that way, particularly on moving targets. Dispersion at 100 meters, 0.32, and again this is all the bonuses, so that's not fantastic. It means you have to be a little bit closer, and even with all of these benefits we're still under 3,000 damage per minute. 2,000 hit points, same as the 114 SP2, which we looked at a few days ago. Hull armor, as we talked about, 120 on the front, won't stop anything at Tier 10, 230 on the turret, but again that cupola will let you down all the time. So again, you don't want to rely on the armor at all. Alright, so that's a really quick look at the tank. Is it worth buying? Yeah, probably. It's not a standout tank, but you can take advantage of it, particularly if you're used to playing things like the T30 and so on. You'll probably be able to make good use of this, but your armor won't stand up to any real combat. So use your hit points wisely. Alright, let's jump into some gameplay. Alright, so we're top tier in this game, Tier 8 to Tier 10. There's only 2 Tier 10s and 5 Tier 9s. And on the other side of that, 15 is the top TD. So, okay, you probably recall, we're in a 114 SP2 battle on the same map, so it's not going to be exactly the same, but we're heading to the same area. But it'll be interesting to see the differences between the two tanks. The main difference probably the 114 SP2, better gun handling and better DPM, but certainly got less armor. You can bounce some shots in the 268 V5, but definitely not a reliable bounce like the V4 is. you can see also the speed across terrain is not so bad. Again, the cruise skills help there. The driver has got the cross-country and clutch braking skills, as well as smooth ride. Now we're coming to the top here. It's always sort of advantageous to be on the high ground here in this particular section, although with the 5 degrees of gun depression, as you can see here, a bit of trouble putting the gun on renegade, and you can see we bounced a shot there. Now, obviously players are not going to know the weak spots of the turret straight away, so it's not too understandable, but this is a bit of a risky move with tanks with good gun depression. You can snipe your cupola, you won't be able to get your gun on them. It's just something to consider. You can see here the fairly long reload, still haven't reloaded yet after that first shot that went into the renegade. And now we've got the heat shells loaded here. The intention is to try and get as much early damage as possible, particularly hard turrets or difficult shots. Try and maximise the opportunity with the heat round. Once we're a bit more safe, we can probably switch back to the standard round. Just going for the cupola on the renegade, which we do manage to go, and we're going to get shot. And we do get shot by the renegade. Now you also won't be aware of our reload, so we're just trying to keep him in focus. He's moved away. Anyway, it's too late, he's dead. Now we've got the opportunity to try and get side shots here. We've got the K91PT, Tier 9 tank. Gives us a kill. Just coming up to 2k. Caliban's gone down. Come up here on the Bridgetto 66. We might get shot by him. Yes, we do. Can we get him before he fires his second shot? Yep, so that's another kill. Now we've got a guard there sitting behind. He's obviously a bit worried. We might get shot by him as well. We've still got a reasonable number of hit points. And yeah, hits our gun, so it doesn't do a lot of damage, but it gives us another kill. And this Leopard PTA, we'll let the ML2 deal with him. That's a Yak Tiger, okay. Now, again, here we go, camo. Now we do get spotted here. That's probably because of the Leopard, but the Yak Tiger not paying attention. Get a shot into him. We're going to get another one. Still doesn't seem to be paying attention to us. So we're here, we're focused. Look at the aim time there. Now we're still loading. Get a shot in, and it gets us a kill. So that's 4 kills, and this brings us up to 4k of damage. And we get shot by the Gorilla. 15. But what you can do about that? That leaves us on 278 hit points, so don't really want to be first to face the M103. Try and let the ML2 go past. Distract the M103. Get a shot on him. Oh, we might get a side shot. We do get distracted and we get the kill there. So it's 5 kills. Again, so you can see what we're getting there is basically flanking shots. Using heat round system material at that point. We've done that with the standard round. But with the long reload time, you've got to take that into consideration if you want to switch. I have put intuition on the loaders. It has 2 loaders in the crew. We're going to get shot in the Carnarvon. Look at the aim time there, and the slow shell velocity. So those are all considerations you've got. Firing at long distance really is a not so risky, but it's a low percentage move. Sometimes it's worth taking, and particularly if you're not going to be challenged while you're reloading. But definitely a consideration that you've got to have is to try and shoot from as shorter distances you can get away with and still protect yourself. So this game heading towards a win, not quite guaranteed yet, but got 3 tanks up, now 4 tanks, almost double their hit points, and we still want to get some more damage if we can. There's that Carnarvon that we missed before. See, look, driving over hard terrain here, 35 km/h, 36. And okay, here's the Carnarvon. Now we don't want him to be able to shoot at us straight away, so even our low hit points, so we'll back off a little bit. Try and get in a position where he can't shoot down at us. Be able to get an angle on him. And just turning around and get the focus on him. There you go, like another bounce. It didn't bounce a lot, but it's 2 rounds we should get a shot on him. And we dive in as soon as we can to get out of the way of his gun. He's going to come forward and try and shoot us. There you go. Yeah, he was aware of our weak spot. We might not have survived that, but probably get one more shot into him. 390 PM going through him without any problem. And that is 6 kills. Got Centurion on the 122 TM. I'm not sure if we're going to get a shot on them. Oh yeah, we probably get a shot on the Centurion, which we do. And now we're reloading. They'll probably both die by the time we can reload. And again, look at that aim going all over the place. So that was a bit of a snapshot. We didn't really wait for the aim fully, and it really didn't even hit the target. And see how big the circle is too. Might get another shot, but I doubt it. No, we don't. Alright, so that's the end of the game. Anyway, we'll have a look at the results. Alright, so we're pretty advantageous position there with the tier 8 to tier 10 spread in terms of the targets. But yeah, 6.5k damage, 6 kills, so top gun and high caliber award, and a first class mastery badge there. Did finish on top in both damage and experience, but just against the ML2, but he's obviously fighting from a lower tier perspective, and the M103 did the most, but I think looks like Leopard did nearly 3k and no one else did, excuse me, more than 2k. Cost of operation, so while this is a premium vehicle in a way, it's a reward vehicle, so the cost of repair is nothing special, and the earning potential is nothing special as well. So we had all our consumables come out at the same time and the ammunition, so we ended up with a loss of 84k, and that's to be expected at tier 10. So it's going to operate exactly like a tier 10 tank. Anyway, as we said, it's a pretty reasonable tank if you like playing top tier TDs and you've got the E4, or you like the E4 and the T30 and that sort of thing. Yeah, it's probably worth bidding for. I said the current competitive bid is 230,000 EXP. So if you've got that and a bit more to spare, you could probably confidently bid on that one. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing. We'll have more good content to follow, and thanks for watching.